Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. I didn't think I was going to make another Deadpool and Wolverine box office movie, but boys and girls, it just keeps on climbing. Y'all just keep going back and seeing that movie over and over again. You keep telling all your friends about it and you keep dragging them to the theater. And man, it is absolutely crushing it because not only is it the #1 R-rated movie of all time in North America, it is also now actually now breaking into the MCU's top 10 grossing movies of all time. And it is now beating out the likes of Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man, boys and girls, and of course the abysmally bad fan-received Captain Marvel movie. And that's exactly what we've got to talk about today because I can never pass up an opportunity to, of course, roast the Brie Larson led Captain Marvel movie, which was just a bunch of nonsense BS. It was an absolutely abysmal movie, and it was one of those things that I wasted my hard-earned money and time going to see this in the theaters because we were all led a bill full of lies about how we absolutely had to see this movie, that it was so integral to what was happening in the Endgame movie and yada, yada, yada. And of course, it didn't end up being, and actually just ended up destroying the backstory of one of our favorite characters, of course, and played by Samuel L. Jackson. And it just was something that did not go over very well whatsoever. And we know the kind of nonsense that went on with Rotten Tomatoes and all of that kind of stuff. So this is a great thing to see. Deadpool and Wolverine is putting the groove back in Marvel, and it is absolutely crushing it and showing you exactly what the fans want, what the audience deserves, and that is not Captain Marvel. And this is so good to see the recognition it absolutely deserves for this movie. So we're going to check out this article from cosmicbook.news, getting all of the juicy details, and then of course let you all know what's going on with this. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, because boys and girls, the algorithm is not liking us very much, and we would really like to get to those 1,200 subscriber spots. So please, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and leave us a comment down below. So, ladies and gentlemen, Deadpool and Wolverine cracks MCU top 10 highest grossing movies, passes Captain Marvel and Spider-Man, and it continues to climb up the MCU chart. So from Cosmic Book News and Matt McGlone. And of course, boys and girls, as a friendly FYI and a disclaimer, these aren't numbers that are adjusted for inflation, and considering what we've seen inflation happen over the last few years, that probably should be accounted for, but we're not going to let that get in the way of us roasting Captain Marvel. Deadpool and Wolverine cracks the MCU's top 10 highest grossing movies at the box office and continues to climb the charts. The flick has now passed both Captain Marvel and Spider-Man Far From Home with a current $1.142 billion worldwide gross. And ladies and gentlemen, if you go over here and check this out, even by the time of this recording, since this article was put out, it is now up to $1.144 billion worldwide. And that is absolutely insane. And if you go down here to the charts and you look at the weekend over weekend drops, it's just 53%, 46%. I mean, the drops are just nothing. Weekend over weekend, 54%, 44%, 40%. That is next to nothing. This movie is not done yet. I cannot wait to see where this movie finally ends up finishing out. And if they're smart, they will keep it in theaters for as long as they can so they can milk this for every penny they can get out of it, because God knows Marvel is broke and they need it all. So Deadpool and Wolverine also managed to do it in just 24 days of release and did not have the benefit of being sandwiched between two Avengers movies nor getting released prior to the biggest movie of all time, i.e. Captain Marvel. Deadpool and Wolverine actually released at the lowest point of the MCU. The recent Captain Marvel sequel, The Marvels, bombed so hard it lost Disney $200 million. It's probably safe to say if there is a Deadpool 4, it won't do nearly as bad. No, if anything, Deadpool 4, especially if you've got Hugh Jackman's Wolverine reappearing, you will end up making another billion-dollar movie. This is just a successful duo that is nothing more than a mini printer go brrr situation, and it would be foolish of them not to keep these people around for the long haul. And even the jokes were made in the movie itself that, guess what, Hugh Jackman going to be playing this role until he's 90, and I think we're all perfectly okay with that. Captain Marvel finished with a $1.128 billion box office, but The Marvels, which also featured Miss Marvel, bombed with an embarrassing bad $206 million. And this is reportedly on a budget of at least $250 million, and based on some of the reshoots, probably $300 to $350 million is what this movie actually cost them. Needless to say, hundreds of millions of dollars down the toilet for Disney Marvel. Thanks to Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy, and Hugh Jackman, Deadpool and Wolverine gives fans what they want: action-packed moments with fan-favorite characters coupled with a quality story. The same can't be said for both Captain Marvel Marvel and the Marvels. Hopefully, Disney has learned its lesson. Deadpool and Wolverine is now number 9 on the MCU's highest grossing list of all time, as it's passed Captain Marvel and Spider-Man Far From Home. Deadpool and Wolverine is currently trailing behind Captain America Civil War at the number 8 spot with just $1.155 billion, but it should overtake that soon, and I absolutely believe that. There is no slowing down of this movie in any way, shape, or form. I know people haven't gone seen it or are considering to go see it, and if you haven't already, I highly recommend it. This is Marvel at its peak, and I think you're going to absolutely love it as well. And as you can see here, the full-on list: Captain America Civil War, 1.155, 1.144 is, as we can see, what we're at now. And it's going to be one of them situations where clearly this movie is not slowing down. It's not stopping anytime soon. And it's clearly going to end up being one of the, well, it obviously is one of the number 1 grossing movies for Marvel of all time. It is now broken into its top 10. It's soon to take that top 8 spot. And I cannot wait to see where this movie ends. This movie is what you do properly. Is you want to make the fans happy. You give us just enough of the nostalgia. You bring just enough of the fan favorite characters. And you still give us a good quality action-packed story that so many fans have loved. This movie is almost universally loved by every single fan out there. It has got killer scores, and it's something that many people have gone and seen time and time again. This just shows you this is the blueprint for saving Marvel, and hopefully Kevin Feige clearly has seen that with all the rumors going on, firing all of the woke producers, getting rid of all those people, and having this kind of method and this kind of storytelling be the path going forward. If you want Marvel to get its groove back, if you want to make Marvel great again, this is how you do it. And Deadpool and Wolverine is absolutely crushing it. The numbers don't lie, and this is how you do success. And at the end of the day, you get what you deserve, and Deadpool and Wolverine is getting properly rewarded by all of the fans out there, because guess what? You made us happy, and we made you rich.